Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artists, and we listen to all of the records. We give our biggest banger, stinker from each of them. And yeah, like I said, we rank them from worst to best. And then we give our top 10 favorite songs from the band at the end of the episode. And this week we are doing the Smiths. We're doing 4 records plus their compilation Hatful and Hollow. What is that comp called? I don't know.
Hatful of Hollow.
Hatful of Hollow. I'm thinking of there's a band called Viva Hate, and they have their album is called Hateful and Hollow. Very Morrissey thing. But anyway.
I mean, obviously it's
it's all Morrissey, the Viva Hate band, all that. Anyway. So yeah, we're doing the Smiths, 4 records, 1 comp. We're going to rank them. My name is Tyler. We're out there hundreds of miles away. It's Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. That's all I have for the boring intro. We do normally start with the 6 Degrees with Tom DeLonge, where we connect the band of the week to Tom DeLonge, but I did not do that. Did not do my homework.
Well, we don't need to because the easiest one is Morrissey worked with Jerry Finn.
Literally, Jerry Finn worked on a record.
Literally.
Which I did not know of until today. And I did not listen to that Morrissey record.
I did not either.
So it was like from 2002, I think it was, 2003.
I have no interest in it.
Anyway, so let's get right into this. Jump into the rankings. This is going to be a short episode, I'm sure, because I don't have a lot of notes for this. This is not a band that I'm that into at all. Jeff has become a Smithsman, a Morrissey-man. So
mostly a Morrissey-man.
Let's get into number 5.
No.
Let's get into the 5th or the worst Smiths record comp. What do you got? Go.
This is the only one I would not buy in the vinyls.
Fucking guy.
Sorry. So there we go. And that's just
fucking nuts that you would buy any of these.
That's just I already bought one.
I know you did. I know you bought one. Oh my god.
Yeah. So Meat is Murder, their second record, 85. I think this is a pretty easy record to put on the bottom. Like after this, everything is for sure vinyl worthy. And after this, they grew as a band, as lyricists, as musicians, as everything. But I think the pacing and flow of this record is kind of like at times like Barbarism. It's a fucking rad song, and it's weird and cool, but at points it kind of drags a little bit. And I don't see this as a step in the right direction after their first record, or even like Hatful, because like they took the best song from Hatful and threw it on here, which is How Soon Is Now. So how I don't know, but it was like a bonus track in the U.S. So I don't know. It's good. I don't think it's a bad record. I think we're already like in the 1.5, 1.75 territory. But this one does have some bangers on here. There's some good fucking songs on here, so it wasn't a bad record. I just thought the bad songs are kind of like really bad, and there is one true stinker, and there's a lot of filler, and there's only like 3 bangers for me. So it's a little boring overall. The Headmaster's Ritual, I think this may be their best opening track they've ever done. It's a perfect statement that the record has a lot of trouble following up. But it's like fucking hell, man. This may be the best opener that they've ever done. But then Meat is Murder, dude. Like that's easily the worst song. Like that. Fuck that song. That song is stupid. The concept is dumb. I don't care if you're vegan, vegetarian. I don't give a fuck. Don't write a song about it. Make me feel stupid for listening to it. Fuck off.
All right. So you did mention earlier you would rank this at least a 1.75. So we have a 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect album. 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to. 1 is a bad album, but give it a shot. And 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So 1.75 is very high.
I said 1.5, 1.75.
Oh, you said 1.5? Okay.
Well, I said 1.5 or 1.75. Like there's, it depends. It depends. Like this week, I'd probably do 1.75, but I know throw this at me like in a month, like backed in between 2 records that are not even in this genre, I'd probably do like a 1.5, but no less than 1.5, no higher than 1.75. Done.
Got it.
Get it.
Okay, so I will say I will not get any of these on vinyl.
Good.
I did also all of these records I listened to at least 3 times over the last week and a half. So I did give these records a lot of time. Spent a lot of time listening. Gave them a lot of shots. I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. I don't really enjoy these songs. I don't really enjoy these records. So that's why my notes are so minimal on the rankings. Once we get to the main album, when we get into the self-titled record, I took more notes on the lyrics because the lyrics are really where it's at. A lot of it. I mean, there are parts and some songs that are different, But overall, I just think their music. I think the music. Johnny Marr is a killer guitar player. He has some incredible tones, and there's some cool like Andy Rourke has some cool bass lines, all that kind of stuff. Morrissey is he's too obnoxious. The drummer, I don't even.
The band's 40%. The band is 40% Morrissey, 30% Johnny Marr, and then 30% the other two guys.
The other guys. Or are you gonna do it like the lawsuit where it was 40 Morrissey, 40% Morrissey, 40% Johnny, and 10% for the other two?
I mean, that's not unreasonable. I think that's fucking fair.
It's not. Yeah.
And they're lucky they got 10, to be honest. So
well, what's his name? The drummer dropped, or no, Andy Rourke dropped off of that lawsuit in the 90s, and then
because it's costing you more money in lawyer fees than to get the fucking money back.
But then they ended up getting like an even 25% split.
And that's why they don't fucking tour anymore. That's why they didn't put no music out. That's why they did nothing else after that. Because fuck you. You're not getting any more of this music that I wrote most of.
Yeah. Johnny wrote all the music, and then Morrissey wrote all the lyrics. Obviously sang. So, but yeah, so my number. So yeah, with that being said, I don't really like this music. Number 5 for me, Strange Ways, Here We Come. 4th and final record from 1987. The production's bigger. It's a lot more layered than everything we had heard prior to this, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because a lot of their earlier records are pretty stripped down and not a lot going on, from a production standpoint. So I'm really not saying that in a negative way, just more of an observation. And also on this record, there's even like some distortion on the guitars, which I don't think you ever hear on the first 3 records. Is distortion on the guitars or like proper like distortion power chords, things like that. You don't hear that until the last record. Also, this is the record where all 4 band members have agreed this is they feel this is the best record they ever put out. They didn't tour on this record. They broke up before the record even came out. So this is just a kind of a weird one for them. Banger for me, Death at One's Elbow. This is just a really solid country infused song. They do some cool country stuff throughout their records. I enjoyed it. Stinker, Last Night I Dreamt That Somebody Loved Me. I thought the song was really boring and stupid. I did not like it. So, Strange Ways, Here We Come, my number 5.
Strange Ways, Here We Come.
What do you got for number 4?
That's my number 4. Their 4th record, Strange Ways, Here We Come. The year we were born did. Mm-hmm. It was fun reading about this, right? They wanted to make a different record that was different than the rest of the last ones they put out. And it seemed like the recording of this was kind of fun. Like they had a fully stocked cellar full of wine at all times. They partied after every session, playing Spinal Tap covers into the night. Morrissey went to bed early every night to fucking read because he's a nerd.
And not only read that, but read his anthology of Sylvia Plath novels.
Nerd. Fucking read. This is why reading's
most
dumb. This is why no one should ever read ever because it's just so stupid.
Well, settle down.
Reading is literally the dumbest thing you could possibly do.
I read every night.
I know, because it makes sense for you because you go out every weekend, so then you stay home during the week and you read.
I don't go out ever. I rarely ever go out.
From now on the pod, we're gonna have a segment of like how often did Tyler go out this week?
You go out way more than I do.
Did Tyler go out? I go out once a week. That's it.
I don't even go out. I barely even go out once a week.
That's the new segment.
I swear to God.
The new segment is did Tyler go out this week? And I'm gonna make a note of that actually after I'm done talking about
outside of like the next couple weeks, outside of that, I never ever go out. Ever.
And I don't even go out like really. I on the way home from riding my motorcycle, I just stop by like with Sloan and we get a bite to eat and then we go home.
Bike.
It's a motorcycle. It's a fucking motorcycle. There's no difference. Same thing. I look just as cool.
Your electric bike that goes 15 miles an hour.
Hey,
oh!
That's like 1,000 kilometers over there. So, they don't even know. So yeah, Morrissey's a nerd. But this is their most adventurous record. Like you said, often praised by them as their best. But I think that's just them fucking doing the Smiths as best they can because the Smiths are just, whenever they speak about their own music, it's always just like, what the fuck are you say? Like, why do you say that? Just be honest, right? Just be real. Like, God damn. Yeah. And that's one of the things I hear. I think they tried to be better and bigger musicians here. Saxophones, orchestral arrangements, auto harps. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I think there's a lot of good filler in here. I don't think this one has any bad songs like Meat is Murder, but the biggest bangers on here I don't think are as good as the biggest bangers on Meat is Murder. So I don't know if I'd if I'd rather, I don't know. It's weird because like Johnny Marr at this point is just a master at his fucking craft. But I don't know what I expected from them, but I know that I didn't want this. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So my biggest hit here is "Death of a Disco Dancer." I mean, like,
Good
fuck, dude.
It's a
Radiohead
decent song,
all over this shit, and much of their entire discography, obviously. But solid song, slow, dramatic build, ends in this like just beautiful, chaotic mess of a jam outro. I won't share you my stinker, my worst song. I just don't like the idea that this is the last Smiths that we got, even though they already broken up. But like, this is the last recorded Smiths that we got. Like, I don't know. That sucks.
Yeah, I don't think it sucks, but
it sucks.
Did you listen to any Morrissey solo records?
The records, no. I listened to several songs, yes, but not any records, no.
I didn't do any solo records or even songs. I didn't do anything.
It was tough.
Yeah, I really, really tried with these Smiths records. I spent
like it.
more. No, come on. Listening to all of these records 3 fucking times when I don't enjoy this music because I want to get it. I really want to understand it, but I don't fucking get it.
I think it's about like you have to put on certain type of lens when you listen to something like this. And for us, I think it's more like you're still kind of like scratching the surface of the Radiohead thing, and I know you like
but
the
I
live
like
thing.
Radiohead.
Well, you don't like all of Radiohead. You like some of Radiohead.
I like
and you like a very
it-
small
I
percentage
like
of
at least-
Radiohead. And even that
I like at
small
least half
percentage of
of it.
Radiohead is like
I like at least half of it.
it's like the easy Radiohead to get into. Like
Oh
every
my
fucking
God.
likes Kid A because it's fucking perfect. I get it. So like at some point,
So, you and Skip are just so.
I literally like complimenting
Frustrating.
you. Like Radiohead's
No, but
tough to get into because a lot of the songs do sound the fucking same.
You're not complimenting me. This is like a backhanded thing, or a subtle.
I'm literally
saying.
saying I'm trying to like tell you like how.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I know what
Tell
you
me
do.
what.
I know what you do. I know what you do.
Okay, so now that you're
there's,
done.
There's a subtle dig.
Here's
There's
what
a
I was
subtle dig.
saying. Like you need to put on a specific type of lens when you listen to the Smiths here. And I was saying that you're still kind of like a newfound Radiohead man. You liked the live album a lot. You thought it was really fucking good, right?
Great record. Yeah,
but when we
I get
did
on
the
vinyl.
rankings, you were like, that record it's not that great. But that's whatever. Like Radiohead's a different kind of band when they're playing live versus the studio.
True.
And a lot of Radiohead does sound the fucking same. But when you kind of get into them, you like the nuance of Radiohead, you're kind of like, oh yeah, I get it now. Like that's kind of where the Smiths is. And I don't think that you're a big like indie rock guy. Like a lot of like
I'm not for the most part.
and so like that's like there would be like like Britpop without that. Maybe there probably would be Britpop, but Britpop would not be as popular had it not been for the Smiths. Indie rock would not be where it's at today if it wasn't for the Smiths. And those are kind of like genres that you don't particularly always care for. It's not a dig or nothing. I'm just saying this is just the way it is. So I think like when you listen to the Smiths, you have to just understand like, okay, I need to listen to this as if I'm, a Hot Heat fan from 2002 or a Arctic Monkey fan from 2003. And if once you that's what I did. Once you put yourself in that position, then it opens, and then you're like, okay, no, now this is good, and then you can go back to being normal you. That's what I did. None of that was a dig in any way, shape, or
The
fucking
last
form.
part was though. Then you can go back to the normal you. That was certainly a. Subtle
I literally just said that's what I did. That's like literally what I did.
Okay.
I said that's what I did.
Okay,
That obviously it applies to you too. You're not like above anybody else. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not saying I'm above anybody.
I
else,
literally
but-
said that's what I did. The reason why this clicked for me is that I put myself in that position. I was like, okay, if I'm a kid in like the early to mid 2000s, listening to stupid fucking indie rock or even like Britpop music from like the 90s, how did I get here? Oh, I got here because of the Smiths. And once I realized that, I was like, okay, now I can enjoy the Smiths on a different level than I normally would because I took my normal goggles off that I usually listen to things on. And like just because you listen to the record, because I did the same thing. Because we kind of skipped a week. The first week I was like, this shit sucks. It just fucking sucks. I don't like it. This is awful. And I even texted you. I was like, this could be a fun shit episode. We haven't done this shit episode in a long time. And then it clicked. And then I was like, okay, I see these in a different light, a different perspective, and now I get it. But I still think that you're not doing that. Just because you listen to them back to back, right, 3 days in a row, doesn't mean anything. You can do it 1,000 times. You still can hear the same thing. You got to put yourself in a different, like, I don't know, a different ionosphere and just let it.
I get it.
Let it ride, man.
I get it, but I guess the counter argument to that is just because they inspired a future genre doesn't necessarily make it good or great.
I know you
bands in
like
the 90s
saying that
and
just because X doesn't mean Y. I know.
But
I know.
you agree with me on that. Just because
Of
somebody did
course.
it first doesn't mean it
I
makes
know.
it
This is another one.
great or the best.
Another one. Tyler's top 10 saying just because X
It's not
doesn't
a top
mean
10,
Y.
top 10
Yes, it
saying.
is. You say it a
just
lot.
People use it. People use that excuse as a crutch, and that's what
Nobody
that's
even
what
says it anymore. Like they did it first. No one says that in a way where it's like
nobody.
Like that means they're the best. They just
Nobody's-
say, well, this band does it first. Like nobody.
Nobody.
Says that. No.
Nobody.
I mean, Skip will do it from time to time, but like, no, but like he only likes
Waiting
whoever
for
did
that.
it. He only likes who did it best. He doesn't care who did
know.
it first. He only likes who did it best.
Who did it best?
Everybody, you're either the best. I mean, like to be fair, right? The second place is just the first loser. So he's more of like that kind of mindset. You're either the best at it or you're just fucking everybody else.
Trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not Blink-182, fuck everybody else.
Go.
If you're not David Bowie, fuck everybody else. Not Radiohead, fuck everybody else.
Fuck everybody else.
Cyberbullying, dude. So yeah, my number 4. Whatever. I guess people will get mad about this one, but The Queen is Dead.
The Queen is Dead.
Third record from 1986. I thought this record was just fine. I didn't think it was as varied as the first 2 records, as the self-titled and Meat is Murder. I feel like they just kind of they saw what made them popular on the first 2 records, and they're like, let's try to make more of a record like that. Yeah, there are songs that deviate into other genres or take from other genres and all that, and that's fine. But to me, on this record at least, not as many songs stood out to me, and that's why I ranked it as low as I did. Because yes, I have my top 10 Smiths, but I compiled like a song of like 22 or 23 songs originally,
Right,
and then I whittled it down to 10. And out of all the records, this is the song. I think I took 3 songs off this record. Strange Ways, I took 1 song off that record as a banger. And then that's really kind of how I ranked this, like how many bangers I had from each record. And that's where these are sitting as ranked.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, The Queen is Dead. I get people, this is like some people's favorite record. I think Fred of the Pod Skip, that's his favorite record. Your cousin Talina, this is her favorite record because this is why we did this record on a Lost episode back in 2018. We did The Queen is Dead because she loved this record, and you and I shit all over it, and then she got mad at us, which was fun.
I text her today too.
Did you really?
Yeah, of course.
That we were doing this. but yeah. Anyway, The Queen is Dead. It honestly, in the end, none of these records are bad. It's not for me. And yeah, The Queen is Dead is my number 4 banger. I do really like this song. What is it? Viker in a tutu. Is it Viker? I don't know how to pronounce that word.
I thought this was Viker.
Viker.
Vikar.
But it's an upbeat song. It bounces along really nicely. And you'll notice with my top 10, all of my top 10 are songs that don't sound like the Smiths. that don't sound like normal Smith songs. Because they did so much of the same stuff that I just got. I like the weirder shit. But Stinker, Never Had No One Ever. I just don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
So, what's your number 3?
The Queen is Dead is my number 3, and the Queen is Dad, probably inbred fucking weirdos. I get it. Like this might be like their best. This might be like objectively their best, and I don't know. A lot of people like across like all demographics of music think this is it, and it's consistently named in like one of the best albums of all time. I have just no nostalgia for this band whatsoever or this record. So like late 30s, me coming into it and peeping this record. This is where it sits right now. I think Johnny Marr is fucking top notch. Maybe peak on this record. You could probably just dive into like an instrumental version of this record and still be pretty impressed at what he does. Because, dude, Johnny Marr is not like a top guitarist of like the 20, 30, 40 range, but he might be 50. And we'll get more into him.
He's a cool guitar player. I like
dude,
his
he's
guitar playing a lot.
unfucking real.
Yeah.
Like he is amazing. The production on this one helps the record, whereas I think on the self-titled, the production hurts the record. I
don't think so.
Yeah, dude. The first one is, and then we'll get more into that when we get there. There's just so here are my knocks. Right, there's too much soft, airy whininess on this record, and those big songs, like those big fucking dramatic songs, the melodies just aren't quite there for me to hook into, and there's also not a lot of diversity compared to like each of the other songs, or like better Smiths records. I think the songs don't have a lot of diversity to them as far as melody wise. Lyrically, I think it's just par for the course, which is still good. I will buy this on the vinyls. It's not like if, ands, or buts. Next time I see this in the wild, or if it comes to the store, I will take this home. I will buy it. It's cool. I understand why people think this is their best, and maybe we'll creep up in my rankings in a little while. I don't know. For now, it sits here. That's what I got. Okay. Some Girls Are Bigger. That's my banger. And
that's a good song.
The close. Some girls are bigger than others.
Yeah, that almost made my top 10.
And it's funny because first of all, it's coming off after There's a Light, which is just like those two songs are just a complete contrast of each other, and that's such a Smiths thing to do is put this joke song at the end. But it's not about like fat. It's about boobs. That's it. It's not about like fat girls. It's about like boobs. And first I was like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. He's singing about fat girls, but like no, he's talking about boobs. Like, cool. So there, titties. And then my worst song is I Know It's Over. I don't know, a little too whiny Morrissey, and I don't know. I do like whiny Morrissey sometimes, but this one's a little too much. But yeah, The Queen is Dead solid, dude. It's really, really solid.
All right. There you go. My number 3 is Hatful of Hollow, the compilation 1984. So this is just a mix. There's some B-sides on here, but some are just demos and other versions of songs that were on the first record. Originally, I didn't listen to this one, but you're like, you gotta listen to it. There's so many good shit on here.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
It's fine. I don't know, man. It's totally fine. The one song though, How Soon Is Now? How Soon Is Now?
How Soon Is Now?
How Soon Is Now? I had no idea.
Their song.
I had no idea it was Smiths or even Morrissey.
So you do like the song?
I do. I've always liked this song, but I always thought it was like Tears for Fears. I really thought it was Tears for Fears up until this week. But then thinking about like what Tears for Fears actually sounds like, this doesn't sound like a Tears for Fears song. I just always assumed it was.
Dude, that's like, I think that's their trademark song. I think that song perfectly.
This 100% is.
Like captures everything about the Smiths.
Yeah, that kind of like wailing, like
a tremolo, the
yeah, it's just so, it makes this song so identifiable and so unique. It is a really, really good song. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, the comp's cool. It's a comp, I got to put it somewhere. And because a lot of the songs are from the first record, which is a good record, or it's a decent record. It's a decent record.
It's their best record.
I put this one higher than most. But otherwise, yeah, I don't really have that many notes about this one.
Okay,
so
that's okay.
I don't even have a stinker because it's a comp, so I don't have to put a stinker.
Wow.
I make the rules sometimes. So yeah, number 3 for me, Hatful of Hollow. What do you got for number 2?
Hatful of Hollow. Hatful of Hollow, then 1984. Yeah, same year as their fucking debut. The only real knock this gets is like it's a comp. Like Peel Sessions, B-sides, et cetera, et cetera. Like by design, this record doesn't flow as it would like a normal record. That's the way comps fucking work, dude. But these songs are fucking goddamn good. Like I could have done a top 10 banger list just on this record. This is an instant vinyl buy. And when I was at Grace, had they had this, I would have picked this one up too. But they just didn't have it there. Right now, like their self-titled obviously is like my favorite one, but holy fucking shit, dude! Some of these songs, like especially in the Peel Sessions, there's Tate Sessions, Peel Sessions, and then the self-titled producer. But like all these songs have different feels to them, and so like my biggest banger is How Soon Is Now. I think that's fucking top tier Smith song. That's like that's top 3 for me for sure. I think that's their defining song. But Charming Man was my worst song, and it's just because I think it's the inferior version to the self-titled version. But fuck, man, I love the bass tone in this version so goddamn much. Hatful of Hollow, amazing record. Amazing.
Comp.
It's almost
we shouldn't even be ranking this like Incesticide, right?
You look at it and make you fucking rank louder than Bombs, too. Because that's got some fucking bangers on it.
Okay. All right, so my number 2 is Meat is Murder.
Finally.
Second record from 85. I like this record. I think this is the production wise. No, not at all. Production wise, it's a step up from the first record certainly, but there's also more like a variance, or there's more of a stylistic change, more of a variance in styles of music on the record. It's a little bit more focused of a record than the first one, but it still has that kind of carefreeness of the first record as well. So it's a great transition record between the first one and not Queen of the Damned. The Queen is Dead. But no, it's cool. They dabble in a lot more rock and roll. Some country's thrown in here as well, which they didn't do on the first record, because the first record's just fucking wild. It's just kind of a wild record for them. Also, there's a lot of funk stuff on here. So my banger is What She Said. This is like an early Red Hot Chili Peppers song, like something from their first couple records, from the self-titled or Freaky Styley record, which is so fucking weird because you get this funk stuff with this like ethereal kind of thing in the back and it's just a lot of cool bass shit going on. I think Andy Rourke was a pretty solid bass player. He had some great shit throughout all of their records. And Meat is Murder, I felt bad for putting The Queen is Dead so low, but every time I listened to Meat is Murder, I enjoyed it more and more each listen, and I enjoyed the songs more. And I had, in the end, like I said, I had more bangers, or I playlisted more songs off this record than I did The Queen is Dead, and that's really why it's higher than The Queen is Dead.
That's okay.
Stinker, though, title track, Meat is Murder, stupid song.
That's a stinker.
Yeah, it's not a good song.
That's a stinker.
It's not a good song. So, yeah, Meat is Murder is my number 2. What do you got at number 1?
The Smiths with an F.
Same here. Self-titled Smiths. So, yeah, if you've never listened to the podcast before, we're going to take a deep dive into this record. This is the album of the week, The Smiths. Go listen to that record. Don't be a little whiner. We're telling you now, go listen to it if you want to hear us talk. If you want to learn more about this record and hear us talk about it. So that's all we have. Thank you all for listening.
Dude.
That's right. We have our top 10. We did our top 10. I always forget this segment. So yeah, top 10 songs from the Smiths. We're just going to run through our top 10s each, and then I don't know, go from there. So what do you got? Top 10.
Yeah, mine. So my top 10 is very out of album heavy. So number 10 from Meat is Murder. That joke isn't funny anymore. Number 9, Some girls are bigger than others from The Queen is Dead. Number 8, the opener for Meat is Murder, Headmaster's Ritual. Said it wrong twice. Ritual.
That's true, dude.
Pretty Girls Make Graves. Number 7, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now from Hatful of Hollow. Fucking absolute goddamn banger. Miserable Life from the Smiths. Is It Really So Strange from Louder Than Bombs. How Soon Is Now, I think, is that's their thesis of their entire band. And then You've Got Everything Now. And then my favorite Smiths with an F song is London from Louder Than Bombs. It's a B-side from I forgot what song it was.
So many fucking B-sides and shit.
And I even sent you the London song too, and you said nothing about it. I was like, this fucking piece of shit doesn't even like this song. Motherfucker.
I don't think I listened.
He didn't even fucking listen to it. I was like, dude. I was like, oh, bro, you should listen to the fucking compilations because they're so good. Check this one out. And you're like,
the only thing I did listen to was Hatful of Hollow.
I like Turtles. That's what you said.
Turtles.
That's what you said.
That. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Oh man! All right, so my top 10. Number 10 for me was a Russian Ruffians from Meat is Murder. Number 9, The Night is Open. I don't know the full name of it because they have a lot of the titles of their songs are really long, and I don't know them. So yeah, so number 9, The Night is Open My Eyes from Hatful of Hollow. Number 8 is Pretty Girls Make Graves. Pretty Girls Make Graves from the self-titled record. Number 7, Frankly Mr. Shankly from Queen is Dead. Number 6, Nowhere Fast from Meat is Murder. Number 5, This Charming Man from the Smiths from the self-titled. 4 is Viker in a Tutu from Queen is Dead. 3 is Death at One's Elbow, later track, very country-inspired track from Strange Ways. Number 2, How Soon Is Now from Hatful of Hollow. We talked about that one. But number 1 is Miserable Lie from the self-titled record. I like that song a lot, but we'll get into it on the main episode.
Vinyl worthy right there alone.
Actually, when I say I like it a lot, I don't really like it a lot. I had to put something there. But we'll get into that on the main episode. So yeah, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's all we got. So that's it. That's all.